legacy of Hillary Clinton: death, destruction, terrorism, and weakness. But Hillary Clinton's legacy does not have to be America's legacy. My sole and exclusive mission is to go to work for our country, to go to work for you. It's time to deliver a victory for the American people. I am your voice.
In his pledge to be America's next president, Donald Trump declared he is the agent of change and echoed the concerns you hear from just about every American you talk to these days that we are, quote, at a moment of crisis for our nation. Trump took the fight straight to Hillary Clinton, including her determination to rewrite the Second Amendment. Trump, who has been endorsed by the NRA, told the crowd they can count on him to protect America's firearm freedoms. And you can be sure the gun owners I've talked to and across this country will hold him to it. Take a look.
The Second Amendment is on the ballot in November. Hillary Clinton wants to abolish the Second Amendment.
If you listen to Hillary's words, you can see that she's already said that, already laid out crystal clear.
The Supreme Court is wrong on the Second Amendment, and I am going to make that case every chance I get.
It'll be worse than what we had with Obama. She will do everything she can to get the Australian gun laws into this country so that all the guns are loaded up into semi-trucks and crushed.
Certainly the Australian example is worth considering.
The Second Amendment, the Constitution, all of our rights, there won't be any guns left in it. We'll be like Australia.
In trying to overturn the Second Amendment, Hillary Clinton is telling everyone, and every woman living in a dangerous community, that she doesn't have the right to defend herself.
Supposedly she's for the women, but taking our guns away would be taking our rights away, and that's not for women.
We're not going to be relying on a piece of paper. We got to rely on ourselves. The truth is, restraining orders are a piece of paper. They're not going to protect you. And we can't rely on our police. 2 minutes too late is 2 minutes too late.
I will protect the right of all Americans to keep their families safe.
To Hillary Clinton, I would say, you have protection. You have 24-hour security. As a woman, alone, or on the street, or in my home, I want to feel safe. I want to have my gun.
Well, I wouldn't want her to take my gun from me.
And there's no reason to take that away from us. It's our Second Amendment right.
Guns in and of themselves, in my opinion, will not make Americans safer.
I think it's pretty clear her track record is she's not for women's rights. My 83-year-old grandma, if someone my size comes at her with no gun, she can't do anything. With a gun, she has a chance. A gun is a true equalizer.
If she's going to take away our gun rights, Donald Trump was correct. He said, let's take away her Secret Service and all of her protective forces around her. See how she feels about that.
Does she think that the American people are that stupid, especially women?
We're in a mess, folks, a mess. Radical Islamic terrorism. Once again, France is the victim of brutal Islamic terrorism. Men, women, and children viciously mowed down, lives ruined, families ripped apart. We have a president doesn't mention the words, doesn't want to mention the name.
However, the threat is real, and we're watching these executive orders increasingly take away our rights, particularly our gun rights, more and more.
And then you have the gun-free zones. You have San Bernardino. Here's two people. They walked in, no guns on the other side. They had the guns, and they killed 14 people. You look at Paris, 130 people killed. If you would have had guns on the other side, believe me, the carnage would not have been the same. Gun-free zones. We're getting rid of gun-free zones, okay? I can tell you.
Gun-free zones have cost us a lot of lives, and it's time to put an end to that.
Arming more people to do what I think is not the appropriate response to terrorism.
If people want common sense gun laws, that's about as common sense as you can get. A sign never stopped a criminal.
One of the biggest and most important reasons to win this time, if Hillary gets to appoint her judges from 3 to 5 judges, it will not be good for the people in this room. And it won't be good for the people of our country.
What's at stake? Our freedom,
all of this. This is at stake because with a couple Supreme Court nominees, she can get the Second Amendment. She can get the Constitution.
Absolutely. America won't be America. The Supreme Court can make or break the country for the next generation.
Shall not infringe is pretty clear. And you look at Hillary, and she's definitely coming for our guns. And Donald seems to be the guy that's going to stop her.
We are going to appoint justices of the United States Supreme Court who will uphold our laws and our Constitution.
Based on the list he put out, it means good choices.
Everyone on that list is going to support our Second Amendment rights, and it's definitely someone we need on the bench.
I will never let you down. I will protect our Second Amendment. I will protect our country.
I'm excited about it. I think he's right for the country at this time.
He's not a politician.
Oh yeah, Trump all the way. I wasn't originally. I was for another candidate, but I've come full circle. Can you imagine another 8 years of Democratic rule?
Not everyone got the person that we wanted to be their nominee, but we got to support them. It's not one we can sit out.
There's no excuse. Get out and vote. Every vote counts.
If you fail to vote, then you can't complain after that election when it doesn't go your way. You only have yourself to blame.
The attacks on our police and the terrorism of our cities threaten our very way of life. Any politician who does not grasp this danger is not fit to lead our country.
Probably the most important election in my lifetime, because if Trump doesn't win, we're all screwed. And I'm already screwed because I live in New York.
He does have a concealed carry license in New York City, which is a very difficult thing to get. But if he becomes president, he's talking about a national concealed carry license, so everybody gets to carry, which is a great thing. My kind of guy.
You either vote for Trump or you vote for a dim future for all Americans and your kids and generations to come.
History is watching us now. And if we will show the whole world that America is still free and independent and strong.
The forces behind Donald Trump, women, men, young people, we're fired up and ready to go. And I think that he will win in November.
Keep your foot on the gas, Donald Trump. This is no time to let up. We're sliding down the slippery slope, and this is time to put the hammer down and get the job done.